Office Management. I'm your instructor, Ifra Fatima. I'm working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Commerce, B.S. Abdur Rahman, present Institute of Science and Technology. In the previous tutorial, we have seen the very basic introduction to office management, what is office and how the office is managed, as well as the various elements involved in office management. In this tutorial, we are going to look at the various functions of office management. So, this various functions will be enabling all the individuals to understand the organization goals, and it will be enabling them to achieve their goals in the efficient manner. Let's see. So, what are the functions which we are going to learn? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, and controlling. These are the 6 functions which we are going to learn in this tutorial. Let's start with the first function, that is planning. Planning is the first step in all the process, as well as the first step in office management. Planning gives us a desired course of action to achieve the desired results. For example, if you want to start a business, you have to plan ahead what type of business you're going to start, when you're going to start, how you're going to start. Not only the business, even if you want to do any kind of activity, so you have to plan ahead, which will be giving us, which will be directing us to achieve the desired objectives. So, in all the office organizations, if they are going to plan ahead, so it will be minimizing their cost and improving their efficiencies. The next function, that is organizing. Organizing is considered as one of the important managerial activity which will be determining well in advance, grouping and arranging all the required resources to achieve the business objective. Either it may be a human resource, physical resource, or financial resource, or any kind of resources which are involved in order to achieve the business objectives. So, after planning, a manager or any person in and around the organization, so they have to organize, they have to determine, group, and arrange these resources well in advance in order to achieve the desired objective. This is a third function, that is staffing. So, first we have planned, we have organized, and to achieve that objective, we need employees. Yes, staffing is a function of management which gives us the idea about how does the selection process will go on in the organization, how they have to recruit the people, how they have to compensate them, and how they have to train them, which will be basically involving a balancing activity of the staffs, whether their staff is getting promoted or whether the staff is getting retired or whether the staff is retaining in the organization for the longer period of time. They have to balance all the staffs which are involved, all the employees which are involved in the organization in order to achieve the business objective. At the same time, they have to ensure that they are not recruiting or they are not having the maximum staff. Okay, so in the organization, which will be giving a negative impact in the organization. They should have the optimum level of staffs in order to achieve the business objective. The next function, which is directing. So without directing, they can't achieve any kind of objective. Okay, so if they want to achieve the objectives, they have to plan ahead. So for achieving that objective, they need manpower, the human resource. So, in order to achieve the objective in a planned manner, okay, so whatever they have planned, in order to achieve that objective in a planned manner, they have to direct the employees. So, directing involves training, guiding, and handling all the employees or the staffs involved in the organization in order to achieve the desired objective in a well planned manner so that they can reduce the cost and they can reduce the all kinds of obstacles. Okay, so the next function, that is communicating. So this is very important function in all the office organization, which will be building and developing good human relations. How the communication should be, it should gives us the clear information. The clarity should be there whenever as employee is communicating with the other employee, or a higher level authority is communicating with the lower level people, or a manager is communicating with their subordinates. Okay, so it should give them the clear message. At the same time, they have to maintain the integrity as well. Okay, this is the next function, that is coordinating. So coordinating in order to achieve that goal, okay, so they have to maintain the harmony, they have to maintain the team spirit, so that they can achieve that goal in the desired way. The balancing and keeping together all the team members which are involved in the organization in order to achieve the objective. Here I have taken an example of the football team. If you have seen the football team, okay, or any other sports team, where they used to coordinate among themselves, they used to maintain the coordination. Okay, so they used to balance and they used to work together in order to achieve their goal, in order to win. Okay, so in and around the organization as well, in order to achieve the business objective, it is very important to maintain the coordination. So the coordination will be ensuring the balancing between the team, as well as it will be ensuring the harmony it is maintained in the organization. The last function, that is controlling. Here I have taken a small example, okay, so of a, for just for example, business organization, if they are having the objective of achieving a sales target of 1 million, okay, after a certain period of time, so they may be having a results of the sales target, whether they have achieved it or not. So under the controlling, they will be comparing the planned activity with the actual results. The planned activity with the actual results. And they will be finding out whether they have achieved that result in the desired manner. If not, so they will be finding out where they have made that mistake, and then they will be correcting that. So coordinating is very important in order to achieve the desired objective in a desired way. Let's summarize what we have learned in this tutorial. We have learned planning, okay? So which is very basic and fundamental function in all the activities. So before we start any activity, we have to plan ahead. So planning gives us the direction, so where we are going to go and how we are going to go. So the next function, that is organizing. Organizing is a function which will be enabling us to determine ahead, grouping and arranging all the resources together in order to achieve the business objective. Staffing. In order to achieve that business objective, they need the manpower. So the manpower, the staffing. The staffing is a process which involves selection, recruitment, compensation, and training all the employees. At the same time, they have to maintain the optimum number of employees in the organization. Then, directing. Directing involves training, handling all the employees, and guiding them in the right way in order to achieve the objective. The next function is communicating. So, the communication should, gives us a clear idea how the communication should take place. Okay, so it maintains a good relationship among the employees. It should be clear and it should maintain the integrity. The next function is coordinating. Coordinating develops a harmony between the employees working in and around the organization. And controlling. Controlling will be enabling them to compare the results, the planned activity with the actual results they have achieved. Okay, this all the very six functions, the various six functions which are involved in the office management. Thank you. See you next time.